My name is Brian, and you're watching Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. Thanks for joining me. This video is going to be about the Schrade SCHF16 Neck Knife. And once again, Schrade was kind enough to send me this so I could show it to you. It's a really nice little neck knife. I'm going to give you the close-ups and specs on it real quick because, as usual, it's getting dark on me and the sun has just went below the tree line. Hopefully I'll have enough time to finish this video if I don't ramble too much, so let's get with it. Once again, this is the Schrade SCHF16 full tang neck knife. This knife features a 3.1-inch blade of what Schrade is calling a notched clip point tanto blade, a black 9 CR14 MOV stainless steel, a 3.9-inch grooved and textured G10 handle slabs with an overall length of 7 inches. The knife has a lanyard hole on the knife and comes with a thermoplastic sheath with a lanyard and 4 grommet holes. And the weight of this knife is 5 ounces. Okay, that was some of the specs and some close-ups of this Schrade SCHF16 full tang neck knife. And I just want to show you, this thing obviously comes with a lanyard to go around your neck, and you can adjust it how you want. A lot of people are going to say, well, what if that thing got caught on something and choked you? You can do whatever you want. You can put a breakaway. I've seen people tie threads around it and whatnot. For handy's sake, it's just a nice way to carry your knife, a small knife like this. I will say I kind of like this sheath. It's not really Kydex, but it's sort of like thermoplastic, whatever. But you see, it's got just a little bit of a thumb ramp push off there, and really for me, man, it's tough because this thing fits in there really tight. I think more likely as you use it, it's probably going to wear a little bit, maybe loosen up, but it's a lot easier just to pull it out. But the point being that the retention on the sheath, at least when new, is very, very good. Now this is a pretty good size for a neck knife, at least, it's not a really super tiny one. But this G10 handle slabs, by the way, just really, really solid feeling. It's got that finger groove there on the front, a little bit of jimping on back here that it really feels like you can get something done with this knife. So, and then it's actually got the exposed tang on back over here with a lanyard hole in it that you could probably use for pounding and breaking up tinder or whatever. So, I mean, altogether, it's not a full-size knife, but it is actually big enough to where I like it better than some of the really smaller knives. It just seems like it's more functional. You could probably, if you had to, really get by with just this knife. You could do it. I mean, it's not very long. It's 3-inch blade, but there's a lot you can do with a 3-inch blade. So I'm rambling. It's getting dark. Let's go ahead and do some knife stuff real quick with it. Okay, it is getting dark, so before I do the knife stuff, we'll go ahead and do the technical testing first. Okay, so it's a short knife. I'm trying to make this a short video, and it is getting dark, but it did okay on the technical testing. Now, I'll be honest with you that what happens sometimes when you're doing that technical testing, every now and then you get a bad one, and it doesn't. These handle slabs just took a beating, and they got a little bit of looseness to them, but they just need to be tightened up. A little bit of epoxy would probably stop that from ever happening, but that's pretty common with these. That's a pretty common side effect of the industry standard balance testing with these G10 handle slabs on any knife. So, but not a big deal. So, thought we'd do is go ahead and real quickly, because you know how much I like me some fat wood. I'm going to take this knife and just carve off some fat wood, a couple pieces here, and see if we can make some fat wood little feathers. Got a piece of fat wood that's been sitting out here in the weather for, gosh, at least 6 months. So we'll just cut these off, and then we'll see if we can scrape ourselves off a little pile. Now, this thing's got this little notch, this thing on the back, so we'll see if we can find a scraping point here. And that looks really, really good. Excellent, as a matter of fact. You see, it's just you just carve those off. Make a little pile there. And without further ado, let's go ahead and see if we can get her lit up. That may be enough. Was it going to strike her? Oh my goodness, that little notch right there. You catch it on that notch, if you can see that. Wow, that's pretty good. So let's see what happens. Wow. Well, there you go. That right there is a wonderful thing, folks. Wow. Excellent. I'm super impressed with that. Okay, so I went straight to the fire. I'm kind of reversing things up, you know, at least swapping them up a little bit, so maybe mix them up. But thought it's only a 3.5 inch blade, but let's just do something silly, okay? Okay, so 3.5 inch blade, probably a 1.5 inch piece of wood. We're trying to get some firewood out of this deal. My fat wood's still burning. Let's get you out of the way over here. Maybe keep the skeeters away. So this is silly, I agree, I understand, I admit it, all the above, but you know what, if you had to do something, you had to have some wood, firewood. Let's just see what happens. So, this is what you wind up having to work with. I'm thinking, let's see if we can get some more wood on this fire over here real quickly. It's kind of dampish. Yep, kind of dampish. Poplar just didn't cut it. Okay, so once again, the Schrade SCHF16 Neck Knife, and I kind of tried to mix up the order, my normal order of doing things, should I say, this time, and did the old balance test first. And the only negative effects of the balance test are because I didn't have my tester calibrated properly a couple of times, and so it did not impact the testing target properly and maybe hit, you know, on the handle or something. These things have just got a little bit of rattle in them, so honestly that happens a lot. Just tighten them up, you're good to go, because you're not going to be typically doing, you know, lab testing in the field like I do here, so you know, at the survival on purpose testing facility. So you should never have a problem with that. If you do, just tighten them up, put a little epoxy behind them, whatever, would be great. But all in all, really solid little knife. You know, got a little silly batoning and neck knife, but it did it. You know, if you need to split up some smaller stuff, it'll do it. Man, these little notches here, probably not the design of them, but they absolutely do great on a, I mean, just hardly any pressure at all on a ferro rod. You saw that, carve the fat wood. You know, I put some pretty good pressure carving that poplar at the end, and really the only kind of hot spot I got was right here, if you can see that, just where that end of that thing was, kind of into my hand. And that was really because I was really trying to carve really quickly, really big chunks. So okay, so I said this was a short knife, going to be a short video, and I have started rambling again, and it is about to get dark, seriously. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Again, SCHF16 from Schrade Neck Knife, G10 handles, just excellent little knife. And you can see, did a little bit of batoning and stuff to finish. This is not that rough traction coating finish. This is kind of a smoother, hard finish. I really like this knife. Fits really well in the sheath. Super good retention. So much you really got to pull to get it out, which is a good thing in a neck knife. And anyway, I'm rambling. I'll stop. Hope this has been helpful. As always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that like button. Thanks for sharing it with your friends. Thanks for checking those Amazon links out below. Thanks for watching those ads. Just thank you for everything, for all your support, and I really appreciate it. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. See you next time.